Good afternoon. In this video, I will show you how we make spelt rye sourdough bread as pictured on this package here. So what you need spelt whole flour, so that's what we're using. You can also use just wheat flour, but we're using spelt whole flour. That's this one. You need 350 grams for one bread. Then you also need rye flour for this recipe, and we are using 150 grams of rye flour for also one bread. And you need one rye sourdough extract package, for the sourdough. You also need 375 milligrams of milliliters of water. So we're using spring water. You need 1 teaspoon of salt. You need a mixer, like here, the bowl for to mix everything in. And you need a baking tin and some grease. We're using avocado oil to oil this baking tin. So I just added the whole spelt flour. Now I'm adding the rye flour, 150 grams. Then I'm adding a teaspoon of Himalayan salt. Now I will add this rye sourdough extract package. So you first add all the dry ingredients. Now we will add the lukewarm water, 375 milligrams, and you'll add it just slowly to the dry ingredients and mix at the same time. You can also knead with your hands, so mix everything with your hands. You can also mix a little bit with your hands, and in total you need to mix for 5 minutes. Okay, so after the 5 minutes you will let it rest covered for 60 minutes, so 1 hour. So what we do is we cover it with plastic foil and kitchen towel. So that's what we will do now. You can also add like an extra plastic bag just to cover it extra, and then the kitchen towel or any clean towel, and then leave it at a warm place and let it rest for 1 hour. Now after 1 hour we will take the dough, the bread dough, and then we will mix it again. And then we will put it in a greased baking tin. So now we will mix it again, just a little bit after the resting, and then we will put it in a greased baking tin. So this baking tin we will grease with, you can use butter, you can use oil. We're using avocado oil. So just a little bit, or as much as you like. This is the oil we're using. Now put it in here, and we will cover it again and let it rest for another 30 minutes. So we'll use the same plastic foil and plastic bag and kitchen towel and let it rest for another 30 minutes in a warm place. So let it rest at a warm place again for 30 minutes. Now we will put the baking tin with the bread dough in the oven for on 200 degrees for 1 hour with a bowl of water next to it. So now it's in the oven on 200 degrees for 1 hour with next to it a bowl of water. So after 1 hour we take the bread out of the oven and we will let it cool, and then you can enjoy it. And it's so good on its own, but you can also add, have it for breakfast with butter or almond butter or just anything, some jam. Now I will show you how it looks like from the inside. It's still hot. Yummy. It's still hot though. But this is how it looks like. Delicious sourdough, spelt, whole spelt rye flour. And this is how the bread looks like from the inside. So delicious. So here you have it, the recipe to make your own delicious spelt, whole spelt rye flour sourdough bread. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in another video. Take care. Bye.